Welcome back to Diecast Resurrection. Today's project is a Yatming 1957 Corvette. I was digging through the car bins over the weekend looking for something to work on, and I came up with this little beauty. I did a little teeny bit of research on these, as I usually do before I start, grinding on them and repainting them and stuff. You never know if you have like a little treasure. My knowledge of the diecast, it just does not go quite as deep as some of your guys', so I gotta double check to make sure I don't make a grave error. Sometimes we need to double. So apparently these little Corvettes can go for some pretty good money if you can find one that has the bumpers on it still. So if you have a look here at the hiney of this Corvette, Exhibit A, all that's left are two little stubs where the winged bumpers used to kind of come out on either side here. I think there was 4 different wheel variations. Only some of the models had opening doors. Not a bad looking car, she's got some good lines on her, but she needs some help. As you can see, her front suspension's kind of janky. So in today's video, I'd like to clean this up. I'm gonna do a restoration. I'd like to keep it red, but I would like to bring out some of the details in the casting and hopefully have a nice little Corvette by the end. I think I'm gonna shave off all these old bumper mounts off the grill, and we'll fix up some of the damage on here. I want to try rebuild these little wraparound bumpers, and we'll even try to rebuild these bumpers in the back. I know we could end up with a nicer Corvette than what we have at the moment, for sure. So why don't we just start on it? I've already pre-drilled because I wanted to have a little look-see. Well, there's your problem there. So that's why our front suspension was so wonky. The little suspension bar is broken. More than likely be putting in an axle tube anyway, so that does not bother me. I'm impressed at the shape of this glass. Surprisingly decent. Surprisingly. So this is what remains of our rear bumper. So it might be tricky remaking those little wings on there, but we'll try. I'm pretty sure I have some styrene that's going to be just perfect for the job on this one. As you guys know, I always like checking out the interiors. The seats are looking pretty comfy. I think we're going to clean up some of that flashing on that steering wheel. There's quite a bit left on there still. So I was confident in trying to rebuild these bumpers because I have this, which is from Evergreen Scale Models number 138. This is basically styrene like flat bar. So I was thinking this is probably going to be the easiest stuff if I wanted to try to make my little bumperettes and things, because it's already kind of the right size if I can just shape it. I'm going to snip these little guys off of here. The damage that was on the bottom of the grill here, I managed to fill with a little bit of super glue. We're just going to have to give her a little re-chrome with some liquid chrome. We'll do that a little bit later. So I've started trying to recreate these little bumpers here. I'm having a little trouble working around these holes right now, so I think I'm going to go ahead and strip the car. We'll fill these holes and then I'll continue trying to match our bumpers up. I'm starting to become a fan of these Yatmings, man. I'm telling you. Here's another casting that's got great detail. They're just, a lot of these Yatmings, they just have really poor jobs finishing them. So this is probably another casting that's going to end up being just a little beautiful showpiece. So it's kind of what I've been into lately, taking these Yatmings and just making them nice. I think we're going to use the old baking soda super glue method to fill these little holes. Whenever I'm using baking soda, I switch over to the thin super glue. This stuff kind of goes in there, it disperses in there a lot nicer than if you use the medium stuff that I use for everything else. It just kind of sits on top. So that should be good for the most part. Let me have a look at this. As you can see, I got our holes filled up. That worked out pretty well. So now I'm going back to fitting my styrene on these corners to see if I can't make myself some little bumpers. I wanted to try to do the first one alone, but yeah, that's not too bad. So I basically got that whole chunk glued on there. Hell yeah, man. She's starting to look more like a Corvette now. Alright, so this is basically what our rear bumper looks like. Let me get this on here. So I've got our rear bumper kind of roughed out. That's all it is. There's a couple of little teeny little bumperettes. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm still working on them, but I think that's going to look real good. We'll have to re-chrome that a little bit later. I got some more sanding to do on that. She's not quite perfect, but going in the right direction. So I thought I'd clean this base up a little bit, and I was going to mount the wheels while the paint was curing in the little paint oven. This is done. I'll probably go spray our chrome parts, our grill, and our bumper that we recreated. Eee, it's like when you don't mix the ketchup and you just get all that water on your hot dog bun. Same kind of thing happened. We'll give her a polish. Lego my ego. Burp. Beautiful. It should look so much better than using those tampos that were on here before. I did a bunch of masking, got our top isolated, so now I'm going to go spray some Quicksilver Chrome. And that's going to do all of our trim nicely. Ooh, this thing's starting to look pretty legit, I think. I just wanted to put a decal on here. Just like that. Fuel injected. Gleek, 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 gleek. So now you could get away with just leaving this the way it is, but I wanted to see if I could do that real fine chrome trim around there. So earlier, I molotowed some vinyl strips. So we'll see how this goes here. Hopefully these are dry. Very carefully, we'll take this here chrome trim we created and we put on car. Okay. You guys are seeing that a little bit dark, but it's shiny. Cool. I like it. That worked out all right. Just wanted to get these vinyls out of the way so I could brush on the rest of my little details, all my little chrome bits. And then I wanted to give this a good bake in the oven. And then I was going to do the final clear coat on it. Our little Corvette's looking great. Our bumpers are looking very nice as well. We got all of our little details all painted up. So I'm just going to go ahead over to the spray booth right now and give this the final clear coat. And once that's dry, we'll be able to come back and do an assembly. This one should be a stunner. To the spray booth. Here's our 1957 Corvette. She's looking like $1,000,000. Never looked better, this little Yatming. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comments. I got another video to do tomorrow, so you'll be seeing me pretty soon. Make sure you leave a like to support the channel. Say hello in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. See you later.